Hi guys, it's Chris Van Hoof here from Chisel Runners, bringing you another video in the lead up to the 2012 Gold Coast Marathon. This week what I really want to talk to you about is some really simple mental strategies that you can put into play during your training that will make a massive difference come race day. And the one that's really worked for me is starting to reinforce what it feels like when I'm running well. So I call it my metronome effect. Okay, so for me it's a few simple cues. I need to know that I'm looking about 100 meters in front of me so that my head's up, looking nice and straight, keeps me nice and upright when I'm running. I also start to really recognize the turnover of my feet, how quick my feet are turning over, where my arms are, and everything is just going in a tick, 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 you know, in a real methodical method. So that's why I call it my metronome effect. And I want you to this week in your training is try and understand and recognize and stop and reinforce what it feels like when you're running well. Because I'd suggest that at some stage when fatigue starts to set in any endurance run, it's really important to be able to go back and recognize, okay, well hang on just a minute, my head's down so I need to look up. Oh, my feet aren't turning over as quick as I'd like to. I'm not feeling like I'm just tick, 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 ticking along. Prior to introducing this to my training, I know that during an event, I'd easily be looking around, I'd be distracted, I'd be looking for people that I knew. But when I know that I'm starting to fatigue in an event now, if I go back to my metronome effect, if I make sure that my head is up, chin is up, looking forward, that my feet are ticking over nice and quickly, that I've really got that methodical approach to my running, it makes all the difference to get back in my body, get some good form, and keep ticking along. I had massive success with this on the weekend in an event that I did down in Port Macquarie, where I really knew that I was going to be running under a fair amount of fatigue. And in those times where I really needed to draw upon myself, where I really needed to, concentrate on getting the job done, it was so much easier for me to just get that metronome effect, feel what it was like and recreate that out on the course, so that when I was, under fatigue and really starting to tire, my running still was as efficient as it could be at that stage. Look, I wish you all the best with your training once again. I really encourage you to start to reinforce how you feel while you're running, and reinforce the good bits, how you're feeling good or when you're feeling good, so that you can recreate that out on the course come marathon day. All the best with your training, and I'll talk to you again next week. Cheers.